What's up, YouTube? It's YT back at it again with another video. This one here is about Hurricane Milton, which is currently a Category 5 hurricane. Floridians are going through it. They just had Hurricane Helene. Now Hurricane Milton made landfall, and people are struggling to get out. They can't evacuate. This is real intense. What they're saying is this is the worst hurricane this century that hit the earth, not just America, the whole entire earth. And it hit in Florida, y'all. Judgment is upon America right now. No denying it. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show y'all a video of somebody that was live on the ground with the people, documenting this so y'all can see how bad it is, because it's bad. Before we get started, I just need everybody to thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Make sure you smash the subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos, and ring the bell so you can be notified when I post. Let's get right into this one.
A mass exodus, frantic, the fearful flocking, the wise with them. No gas, all brakes.
We have a very stressful, potentially dangerous situation unfolding here in the Tampa Bay area. This is St. Petersburg, and what you're looking at is just a little bit of a slice of the mass amount of people trying to evacuate out of the Tampa Bay area. All of the arterial roads, the interstates, the main highways out of Tampa Bay are jam-packed as people are fleeing. They're trying to escape the path of Hurricane Milton. And what they're coming across are gas stations like this, closed. They do not have gas left. And so these pumps have all been wrapped with saran wrap. What that does, it helps protect the screens, the electronics from hurricane force-driven rain. They also even have the nozzles zip-tied to the machine so they don't flop around in the winds as well. But these are wrapped a day and a half before likely any impacts from Hurricane Milton that could be felt here in St. Petersburg, because the folks here at the gas station say that they don't expect any more gas being delivered here ahead of the hurricane.
I'll leave at 2:30 in the morning. I'll leave at 2:33 in the morning, because all this will kind of die down, but we don't have diesel. So every time I come down here, we already kind of know, because we do so much cat work, I normally travel with at least 20 gallons. I brought this from Atlanta. I didn't just try to hoard gas. Yeah. So we always come down with at least enough diesel to get back home, or at least to get back over the line, no matter where it is.
Among the masses moving out, the contractors who rushed in to help rebuild after Hurricane Helene.
A total mess. Can't believe I'm showing it to you. Normally it's really organized.
Are packing up too. When they return, they'll face an even bigger mess.
Just go ahead and evacuate to something higher above sea level. It's the best thing that you can do right now.
Same nightmare, new storm. Milton's bearing down, forcing millions to ask themselves the ultimate question: stay or go? It's not as obvious as you might expect.
No, I would rather be with my boat than not with it, because if I'm not here, I don't know what's going to happen to it. But if I'm here, I mean, I know I'll survive. If the boat goes down, I can swim.
First of all, I want to speak on the importance of prepping, making sure you have extra gas canisters full for these type of events. It could be a hurricane. It could be any other type of event where you have to evacuate. This is why I recommend this. Make sure you guys have excess gas, food, and an emergency kit. So when it's time to go, it's an easy transition, because you see people, they can't get gas. So this is huge. This is huge. And him right here, he says if his boat goes down, he'll swim. Prayers for him, man. Prayers for him. This man has nowhere to go, essentially. All he has is this boat. So he can't leave. It's not as easy as they make it seem, but there should be some type of help center, some type of locations that are providing help to these victims. These are victims of this storm, right? Where FEMA? Where's FEMA at?
But I'm not gonna go somewhere else and leave the boat here, because this is everything I own right now. I mean, I can't afford to give it up. Social Security cut my Social Security check off in June. Said I'm no longer disabled. I don't know what that means. Wow. So they cut my check off. Now I have no income. So if I lose this boat, then I'm back on the street again, and I'm not going to do that.
Jay already refused to abandon ship during Hurricane Helene.
How high did the water get during Helene?
It got to about an inch below the top of the pillar, or the pylon right there.
What was that experience like?
I slept through it.
He's even become sort of a local social media celebrity, with people coming to check in on him. A strange kind of fame, but people do care.
Are you concerned for Jay?
I mean, yeah, I come and check on him every day, and brought him a bunch of clothes and food and stuff, water. But I mean, he doesn't want to leave his boat, which I understand. I've tried to like help him get the hotel and stuff, and I started GoFundMe on TikTok that got like $7,000, which I'm gonna be giving him the money soon once it transfers in. But yeah, I mean, I tried to help him like get to him a safe place. He just doesn't really want to do that. So
It's a little mess. Please
No,
forgive the mess.
it's, you got it pretty well organized, actually.
Well,
You got it pretty organized, actually. I don't like that comment. This is this man's house, so of course he has it organized. People that live like this, they have it organized. It's not about the space. It's about what you do with the space. But prayers for him, man. I hope he stays safe. But he said he slept through the storm. He slept through a hurricane. That's wild to me. He don't want help, though. He don't want to go. He got his boat. That's his home. So I could understand it. But at the end of the day, it's all about survival. And not this type of survival, meaning having somewhere to stay. I'm talking about actually living, actually making it out. When they say it's time to evacuate, it's either live or perish. You got to be protective of your life, not material possessions. You can get material possessions back, but you can't get a life back.
organization is my thing.
A lot better than me.
Something else.
And so this is where you'll like camp out some food. You have supplies here.
I sit here, I sleep here, and everything on that side. I got my stove there. I have a box cooler that I have my food in. I got a regular cooler for cold stuff right there. And up in the front where it's too shallow to actually go in there, I use that for storage for my clothes and whatnot.
And where's your water?
Water in those boxes.
I mean, the ideal thing is to get them into a hotel, which people, like a ton of people have been offering. So if we can convince them to put the boat somewhere else and just get them in a hotel, I think that would be the most ideal thing.
I just go to sleep. Every time I got into trouble and I pray to God and I just talk to him, but he always told me, go to sleep, it'll be all right in the morning. I go to sleep, I wake up and it's always better in the morning.
Do you plan on sleeping for Milton?
Oh yeah. I mean, once the boat's over the water and the wind's hitting me on the nose, the boat's going to be steady, it's going to be in that direction, and the only thing I got to worry about is the wind blowing me around a little bit and the tide going up.
Okay.
I'm not concerned.
At least Jay doesn't have to worry about sandbags.
Guys, back up. There's more coming. You gotta leave room. There's enough sand for everybody. Relax and back up.
So you have St. Pete Police on sand patrol, like literally having to direct people away from the pile of sand because there's so many people that are just desperate to get their bags. So it's like he's directing traffic, but it's people with their shovels and their sandbags waiting to fill up what they can. A couple things happening here. You just had Hurricane Helene, which brought in record storm surge to the Tampa Bay area, here in St. Petersburg in particular. And we're basically in the middle of the cone for the next hurricane, Milton. That has motivated people in a way that I've never seen here in St. Petersburg. People are lining up like it's Black Friday for sandbags. They're trying to get their allotment and trying to protect what they had. They just had the example of Hurricane Helene, and so they know that they are vulnerable.
I lost my girlfriend.
Now, I've never been in this predicament, so if somebody has, or if somebody is informed on this, what are the sandbags for? Are they as weights? You know how you use sand to hold down things, you use it as a weight. Is that what they're using it for, or is it for something different?
She's somewhere. Oh, there she is. She's struggling. We're just filling up as much as we can, you know?
Yeah. Have you guys ever done sandbagging before?
No, never. Definitely acting on the side of precaution, though, you know, so.
Well, I mean, you just saw what happened.
Yeah, we can. I mean, this is right outside of our apartment. This is our apartment complex.
Wow.
So.
Just piles of trash.
Yeah.
How did you guys fare the last storm? You said there was water close to you, but it wasn't.
It just entered our building. I'll show you the water line maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, okay.
But so it just made it in, and we're definitely going to prepare the same way with them this time.
Oh yeah.
Did you have water the last storm?
Yeah, the water, yeah.
How bad was it, Helene, for you?
Stingy or it's a bit of and 2 hurricane. Oh, Well, my family.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tienes miedo?
Mucho miedo.
Making it out of 2 hurricanes, that's a blessing. But I feel like administration need to do something about this. They need to give them free housing elsewhere so that they're not in the midst of this again. This is the second one now. It might not be another chance for these people. I'm not going to say that. I don't want to put that out there. But things could always go one of 2 ways. Things could always go left. Shout out to that content creator for catching that footage. That's Jonathan Pat Romala. I think I said it the right way. Shout out to him for this footage. So we see they're telling people to evacuate, but everybody can't. There are people that's stuck there. I just want to show y'all that video of how bad this is. Like I said, this is one of the worst hurricanes. This is the worst hurricane this century to hit the planet. Now, y'all know this is a rant channel, so I want to show y'all people talking about how they can't afford to even evacuate.
Y'all be like, y'all need to evacuate. Y'all need to evacuate. Do y'all got evacuation money? Because I can't afford my rent here. You think I can afford to go somewhere else? Like, it's not free to evacuate. Gas already high. And you talking about, I need to get on the road, go somewhere, and I got to pay to go wherever I'm going. Like, what are y'all talking about? Evacuate. You're not taking it serious. Baby, my bank account, I guess not taking it serious because I can't afford that.
Well, I just want to say I appreciate everybody's concern and stuff like that, but I can't leave. I got 2 dogs. And I don't really got family like that, at least family that's close by, so I'm gonna have to stay because of my dogs, and if they can't go nowhere, I'm not going no motherfucking where. Like, we die together then. But other than that, though, I have everything that I need, and I appreciate everybody's concern and stuff. But also, too, not just that, it's a little bit too late for us to leave anyway, because they said after 7:30, like, everything's closing. All of the bridges are closing, so I'm gonna be around here. I am gonna post it live, so I'm gonna post it live while it's happening. So I'll keep updating y'all. Thank you guys for your concern. I appreciate it. Kind of wishing I boarded the windows up, but they ran out of supplies at Home Depot and Lowe's today. So a lot of people wasn't able to get plywood and the things that they needed today, but I got enough water. I got like 6 flashlights. I got a whole bunch of candles. I got a cooler, an ice chest. I brought 2 cases of water. I froze one of the cases. So I'm gonna have like a whole bunch of, like a whole bottle of water, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for showing the love to me, man. I really appreciate you guys, man. Y'all keep watching. Y'all stay tuned.
Prayers for this brother too, man. He said he can't leave because he got dogs. So that's something you got to think about, right? That's his family. Some people just look like, oh, it's a dog, whatever. I get up out of there. I saved my life. Forget them. Nah, those are lives too. Those basically his family members. So if they can't go, he not going. Like you said, the bridge pretty much closed, so he didn't make it in time to where he could get out. So there's various reasons why people can't leave or why they feel like they can't leave. Me, I feel like I will find a way. If there's a will, there's a way. My granny used to say that, meaning the Most High gonna make a way.
Now, how I find out we got a hurricane in the Gulf? What's going on? I literally just told my husband last week, I said, oh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. We in the thick of hurricane season and we ain't getting nothing yet. Tap on wood. Look what's coming. Look what's coming. We got something brewing in the Gulf, y'all. Don't know if it's going to Texas. Don't know if it's coming over here to New Orleans. But what I do know is, bitch, I'm broke. I ain't got no money to be evacuating. Fuck.
Now, this woman right here posted this video before the hurricane as they were giving warnings for people to evacuate. And she gave some sound advice that you guys can use. Anybody that's going through it, or if they got family members that's currently stuck in the storm.
People in Florida are being encouraged to evacuate ahead of Hurricane Milton, and I need to explain to y'all how difficult that is going to be so that when inevitably they're unable to do so, maybe, just maybe, y'all will have a little bit of fucking empathy. The Tampa airport is closing tomorrow at 9 a.m. If you cannot get a flight out before tomorrow at 9 a.m., you're not flying out. And these flights are incredibly expensive and they're already full. If you have a car, you can try to drive out, but I am hearing that gas stations are running out of gas. And if you don't have a car, good luck finding one, because a lot of the rental cars were destroyed during Hurricane Helene just 2 weeks ago. But hey, maybe you're able to get a rental car, maybe you're able to start driving. You've got to drive all the way out of the state because there's nowhere to stay in the state. The hotels, the Airbnbs, they're all booked up. So you have to spend who knows how long on the road driving to Georgia or South Carolina, who, mind you, is also recovering from Hurricane Helene. From Tampa to Atlanta is normally an 8-hour drive. I would expect that to double. I would be shocked if that didn't take 16 hours today and tomorrow. And you got to make sure that you make it today and tomorrow because you don't want to be stuck on the highway during this storm. And that's just how difficult the logistics of evacuating in this moment are. That's not even getting into the cost of evacuating right now. A cost that a lot of these people probably can't afford because all of their shit was destroyed 2 weeks ago during Hurricane Helene. And these communities haven't had time to rebuild. I'm actually incredibly concerned because a lot of people whose homes were flooded, they've put all of their destroyed belongings out on the curb to be picked up. They haven't been picked up. So now we have all of these destroyed belongings sitting on the street, and a hurricane with winds over 100 miles an hour is about to blow through and blow all of that shit all over the place, destroying who knows what. Florida is in a very dire situation right now. I have friends who were already homeless after Helene. They've got nothing to lose, I guess, at this point, but that's the world these people are living in. So when you're judging them for not responding to this new storm the way you would have, please think about the fact that you have never had to deal with anything like this, and you should pray that you never have to. My family was supposed to go down to Sarasota next week to celebrate my mom's 60th birthday. We've had to cancel that trip because we don't know if our property will even be there next week. And we are lucky because that property is not a property that any of my family is currently living in full time. So we have a place to go. A lot of people do not have anywhere to go. And I just need to be very, very, very clear that this moment is caused by climate change. It has been alarming to me, the amount of climate change denial that I have seen on the internet recently. People being like, well, there's always storms. It's hurricane season. It's always like this. It is not always like this. It is not. The Gulf of Mexico is warmer than it's supposed to be, and that is making these storms stronger. Science is telling us this. I don't know why people have become so anti-science, but the science could not be more clear that climate change is the cause of these disasters. Anyway, please have empathy for the people in Florida and beyond who are going to be dealing with the impacts of this storm. If you are angry, please take that righteous anger and direct it towards the people who could actually do something right now. The House of Representatives is currently on recess, and Republican Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, is not going to go back into session so that FEMA can get more funding. If you are someone that is angry about FEMA response, go be angry at Republicans for cutting that funding. And while we're at it, be angry at those same Republicans for blocking climate legislation for years. And I'm not just talking about climate legislation that would reduce our emissions to tackle the climate crisis. I'm also talking about climate resiliency projects like building seawalls in our wetlands, which help weaken these hurricanes, which help communities withstand these hurricanes. Again, these are things that Republicans have been going after for years. And once this storm goes through, be ready to offer and support where you can. I will have lots of mutual aid resources to share, lots of GoFundMes to share after this storm. I promise you that.
Now, the part I wanted to share was her saying you could go to the local schools. Like I said, I've never been in this predicament, but there are people that have, and it seems like they know what to do. Now, as far as the climate change narrative, I got my own opinion on that, and I do research on this avidly, and I know that that's just an agenda, right? What's really going on is judgment, y'all. They want to say, oh, it's a war weapon. It's a weather weapon against the people. They want to say, oh, it's climate change. They want to give credit to everything but what's truly going on right now. Babylon is falling. This is the judgment raining down. We're living through judgment right now, y'all. If y'all can't see the signs, I don't know how much more clear it could get. Earthquakes, pestilence, hurricanes. We're hearing about famine or food shortage after these port strikes continue in January, right? So this is nothing more than the Most High showing you that we're living through the last days. We're even hearing about rumors of war. This doesn't mean the world is over, but it's signs that we're living through the end times. Simply put, we're living through the book of Revelations, y'all. We're living through the book of Revelations. All praises to the Most High. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all watching, man. I hope everybody in Florida is safe, and our prayers will be with you.